This is TV18 and you're watching CNBC TV18.
Presented by Hindustan Unilever Limited.
Hello and welcome to another exciting campus round of Lime Season 4. I'm Keisha Lobo filling in for Sandeep. Today we are in Mumbai's oldest commercial district at Jamnalal Bajaj Institute of Management Studies. JBIMS is also referred to as the CEO factory because it's given India some of its most prominent business leaders, including HUL's Nitin Paranjpe, Britannia's Vinita Bali, ICICI's Chanda Kochar and Ajay Piramal of the Piramal Group. This institute's performance on Lime has improved steadily. It stood 9th in Season 1, 6th in Season 2 and came in 5th at the end of the Lime 3 semi-finals. So this year the teams have their sights set on a spot in the finals and are working hard to get there. Every year, one institute gets to work on a social marketing case. Jamnalal Bajaj has had that opportunity this year. The teams have a challenge from the NGO Catalyst for Social Action, an organization that works on facilitating adoption and child rehabilitation. Catalyst for Social Action was founded in 2002 to facilitate adoption in India. Today, it supports over 41 adoption agencies and orphanages and focuses on the holistic care of the institutionalized child. This involves everything from finding a home for every adoptable child to ensuring high quality of care and educational support, providing vocational training, and also involving the government to advocate policy changes. The organization has facilitated over 600 adoptions in 10 years, and its operations have spread from Maharashtra to Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Goa, and Odisha. The objective now is to expand and cover at least 200 institutions across 5 states over the next 3 years. And this will require a sustainable income of 6 crore rupees a year. Today, CSA receives around 70 lakh rupees of funding. The fact that it does not run any orphanage directly is a challenge, since its role as a catalyst for change is not easy to explain. Moreover, its function does not clearly fall under the traditional categories of education and health, which attract corporate funding more easily.
There are 25 million orphans in this country. Now, about 1 million of those children are in institutionalized care. So what does this mean? Are those 1 million looked after? Unfortunately, not so, because the childcare facilities are inadequate, the rehabilitation outcomes are very poor, there is a lot of unethical practices. Most importantly, there is very little accountability. So CSA's focus is on this group. We believe that this 1 million children are a captive population which we can nurture into contributing members of society. If not the 25 million, at least the 1 million are here for us to service. They've already reached some form of help, and it is our responsibility, our duty to give them that help.
So the teams from JBIMS need to reposition Catalyst for Social Action as an organization that addresses the entire community of institutionalized children, and formulate a marketing strategy that will help it achieve a resource target of 6 crore rupees per annum in both cash and kind for the next 3 years. The two teams who will present solutions to that special challenge have been busy getting some valuable insights into their case by visiting some of the orphanages that Catalyst for Social Action, also known as CSA, works with. Let's meet the first team. They call themselves the Eliminators. Jeevan Shanti Niketan in Ambarnath outside Mumbai is the home of 10 children between 6 and 22 years of age. They were enjoying a day off from school during the festive season when Team Eliminators went to visit. Amit and Aditya are both IT engineers working towards a marketing career in FMCG. Swati is an electronics engineer specializing in finance. This is the first time any of them are working on a social marketing case. They spent their days singing and dancing with the children, speaking to them about their daily routine and interviewing the family that has taken them in.
To get insights is a key challenge for any case, and especially for this case where adoption is the issue. So when we came here, we actually saw children, and seeing these children, it's difficult to imagine why they are not getting adopted. So that may come across as one of the insights that may help us, that children is not the issue, it's the people who are adopting or the factors that prove as a barrier to adoption.
The other team calls itself Entrepreneurs. One member of this team was away on an exchange program in South Africa. He's flown into Mumbai just in time for the presentation. While he was working on the case study remotely, his teammates visited an orphanage called Balikashram in Bhiwandi outside Mumbai. Balikashram has around 50 children, primarily in the age group of 6 to 16. The team spent the day playing with the children here and getting some insights into their lives and needs. Saurabh, who comes from a marketing background, has some experience working with children through the NGO Akanksha. Bhavin is an engineer specializing in finance. And Rakesh, who was in South Africa, is a mechanical engineer with ambitions of a marketing career.
We approached various stakeholders for our research, and we realized that the key insight was that every contribution towards a child is very vital, and even a small act can make a very huge impact, which is what we've based sort of the entire presentation on. We came to know how the social sector in India, the non-profit sector operates, and how we can make it more professional through some of the marketing concepts and insights that we bring to the case, repositioning it along with creating internal competency enhancement.
The teams clearly enjoyed their day with the children there. We'll take a break right now and be back in just a bit with their presentations.
Explain to me people's behavior today.
As CSA, you cannot register independently in different states.
That's our suggestion, but it helps. Why will somebody donate to you?
You open, you type, you go. You rock, you stay, you go. You stay, you go. The all-new HP Envy X2 made for Windows 8 with touch. All notebook, all tablet, all HP.
Lovely machine. I think it has a lot of potential for the street.
Solid bike. It's value for money.
Fantastic handling. It's a great off-roader as well.
A very nice package. It's going to be one of my all-time favorites.
The fine line between the ordinary and the extraordinary. CNBC TV18 Overdrive Awards 2013. Co-presented by Allahabad Bank.
Co-presented by Allahabad Bank. Har kadam aapke saath. Print partner Overdrive. And Sports Illustrated. Online partner Magazine Mall. On-ground partner TGIF.
टिकट अब cheapest tickets पाइए goibibo.com पर क्योंकि
goibibo.com है ना। Now get the best deals on bus tickets only on goibibo.com.
This week on NSC Financial Quest, 10 teams from Nagpur compete to fix their spot at the semi-finals.
It is the amount of money or fee that is paid to an agent or agency.
Brokerage. Commission. Brokerage.
Put your hands together.
Who will succeed?
Tension will start playing its part.
Watch NSC Financial Quest at these times only on CNBC TV18.
Presented by National Stock Exchange.
Welcome back. You're watching Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 4. We're at Jamnalal Bajaj Institute of Management Studies, Mumbai. The two teams are ready with their solutions to a social marketing challenge from Catalyst for Social Action. On our jury today, we've got Shiva Krishnamurthy, Regional Brand Director, Beverages, South Asia for Hindustan Unilever. Bharti Gupta, Managing Trustee of Catalyst for Social Action. And Anuradha Sen Gupta from CNBC TV18. The first team to present is Team Eliminators. Guys, you have 3 minutes to present. Your time starts now.
Good evening. We'll cover the following framework across the presentation: how the organization must function, the target group, and the sources of funds. Plan to move from the as-is situation to the to-be by using the key levers of organization restructure, brand reposition, and tap the right sources. We have a two-pronged strategy. In the short term, target the corporates, and as awareness of CSA increases, use schools and colleges to appeal to the parents working in corporates. This is our execution model. First step is to structure the organization itself. Make a plan around the child to cater to the specific needs of the 4 age groups, providing them a work-like environment. Register in each state separately so as to take benefit of the state government schemes. Appoint a state director for each state supported by paid executives. An experienced and well-networked full-time executive for resource mobilization is crucial. A centralized donor servicing IT system to reduce the cash collection cycle. Volunteer plan is called as CSA STARS. Staff, talent at management colleges, awareness through NSS wings, retired professionals, set up corporate employees. They will bring the necessary expertise, agility, and skills to the organization. Let's look at the target donors for CSA. Through primary research, we found the following important factors are considered while donating. CSA fares well on transparency and credibility, but needs to improve on publicity and recognition. The target group is one that supports the cause of child welfare between 30 to 45 years of age, belonging to Sec A and Sec B, the new positioning statement and our new tagline, No Child Left Behind. We will cover the aspect of growing funds with sustainable ideas. Based on a strategy for individuals, set up desks in schools during parent visits. Approximately 18 lakhs per month can be achieved with large retail merchant tie-ups. For corporates, we propose employee payroll scheme with just rupees 100 deducted directly from an employee's salary per month. 60 lakhs can be achieved from a single partner. Imagine the scale that can be achieved by replicating across several partners. Building credibility through government support is important. In India, the maximum donations are made to religious organizations. Managing to get even a small percentage will be very beneficial.
We propose to have Sushmita Sen as a pro bono brand ambassador because her image and values are consistent to the brand CSA. Film and sports memorabilia auction like Ocean is a new avenue for funds generation and generates publicity amongst HNIs who in turn form the right network for donations if motivated enough. We plan to use our young CSA stars for research on humanitarian quotient of the city. When you say your city has a heart, it sensitizes the city's people and government. One of our key recommendations is a CSA walkathon where 5,000 plus volunteers march across at prominent hotspots in the cities and doing street plays to generate the right attention. We plan to use social media extensively and generate positive word of mouth through cause evangelists by platforms like documentary screenings and TED Talks. A new website design features lacking earlier, like prominent display of donate tab on every page, is rectified. Some more complementary awareness ideas. This is the projected P&L for 600 lakhs by 2015. As you can see, 55% donations are from corporate. We plan to spend less than 10% on marketing expenses, which is lowest among non-profits, by using economical but effective sources. As per our strategy, corporate donations increased from 13% to 55%. As per a study of government schemes for children and ICPS, we suggest CSA's role as a voluntary organization, and the idea was very well appreciated by Mr. Vinayak Kamath. To conclude and summarize, for improving the organization, we have CSA Stars and Plan Around the Child, for awareness, celebrity endorsement, and the CSA Walkathon, and for funds, payroll schemes, and schools and colleges. Thank you.
Amongst the recommendations that you've made, one of them is that CSA should register in each state separately. My understanding is that as CSA, you cannot register independently in different states. Now, do you have a different take on that?
Ma'am, what we propose here is to register CSA in the each separate state. As suppose we are going to register in the state of Madhya Pradesh, it will be CSA MP. Just the name of CSA will remain, and we'll register them under the Societies and Registration Act of 1860. The main reason for doing this is because the government is coming up with the ICPS scheme. Therein the 75% funding is from the central government and 25% is from the state government for any scheme, for the implementation. So as CSA MP, which will be registered in MP, we will be able to take part effectively in the proceedings that go on.
I saw a bit of the how in terms of organization structure, etc., some registration. I saw a bit of the who in terms of who will you target. I heard a bit of the what in terms of what will you do. You'll do a walkathon, etc. But like most marketers will tell you, why is the most important thing. So why you or why not you is something that I missed.
So why us? We'll start to answer that because we have CSA has a proven track record of 9 years, and even though the scale might be small, but the main factors which are looked upon by any person, be it a corporate or individual, while donating is the credibility, the transparency, and the implementation of their funds, which CSA fares well on all those factors, and the other events that we have proposed like the memorabilia auction and others. Therein we will be showing what CSA has actually done and what is the plan, and we'll show that we have a scalable and implementable model and the difference that we have achieved in the lives of the kids.
Okay. Now, 24% of that 6 crore rupees will come from individuals. Can you give me any insights into how people, and people, when I say people, I mean people like you and me, how do people like us decide on A, whether or not to contribute to NGOs, and B, which ones to go in for?
Ma'am, our research was primarily based on the people who have already donated and what were the factors that drove them to do that.
Okay.
First of all was the appeal which was made by the organization. Second was whether they accepted whatever the facts were being shown by them. And in addition to that, 2 of us have already done that in the past. Aditya here, he had supported World Vision when they had contacted him, and I had done for Save the Children.
You suggested Sushmita Sen as your cause ambassador, right? As an ambassador, as a celebrity ambassador. Are you saying, should I come to a conclusion that an NGO, if it wants to scale up, has to have a celebrity attached?
We do not necessarily believe that it is compulsory, any social organization needs a celebrity or celebrity face. But
yet, that's one of your key suggestions.
That's our suggestion, but it helps. As we see in the current environment, Amir Khan, as he was associated with Satyamev Jayate, or Salman Khan being associated with Being Human, it provides a lot of publicity and visibility for the NGO, which in turn drives the top of the mind recall in individual donors as well as corporates.
You recommended that we change the website. Now this, what you have shown, talks of what we are, who we are, what we want to do and how we promote ourselves. Whereas one of CSA's key selling points is that we are an information repository on adoption. So how does the shift impact that service which we are providing?
We do not propose to remove the information repository which is there. One of the key recommendations is there to have a prominent display of the donate button, and which should be visible on every sub-page. If we go into the subsequent pages of the CSA website, then the donate button is not there. It's only on the home page. And considering, suppose if anyone does a Google search and he lands up on one of the sub-pages which are inside, then the donate button will not be there. So that is one of our main recommendations, that this should be there.
Okay, thank you.
Well done, Team Eliminators. We'll take a break here. When we come back, we'll have the presentations from Team Entrepreneurs.
What kind of research have you done to suggest this?
Who's giving you the money for this?
Donors are a bit reluctant at times to donate because they cannot see the immediate tangible effect.
I would have perhaps liked to see a more single-minded focus because it's really powerful.
We love junk. Junk drunk. I'm Mike Wolf.
And I'm Frank Fretz.
And we're pickers.
I'm the girl who gets you to where you need to go.
Hell yeah!
We come across history all the time, but this story is different. We're talking serious dollars here.
Make them an offer.
$16,000.
$8,000.
$575.
$200. This just keeps getting better and better.
You're digging through all that coal to find that diamond.
Watch them make big cash from someone else's trash. America's top-rated show, American Pickers. Premieres 7th January only on History TV18.
This pick is gonna be a success.
ये कौन है? ये है मम्मी और ये है पापा। एक दिन आपको भी ऐसा ही राजकुमार मिलेगा। वाव, ये भी मिलेगा।
कैसे मिलेगा? सोने का रेट तो बढ़ता ही जा रहा है और इसकी शादी तक क्या पता कहाँ पहुँचेगा।
टेंशन मत लो। पीसी ज्वेलर की ज्वेल्स फॉर लेस स्कीम है ना, जिसमें 12 किस्तें देंगे हम और 2 किस्तें देंगे पीसीजे। है ना फायदे का सौदा? ज्वेलर फॉर जनरेशंस, पीसी ज्वेलर।
They capture memories that last forever, and we accolade these memory makers. Canberra presents Better Photography Wedding Photography Awards of the Year. Registration to India's biggest wedding photography awards is now open. Send in your entries now. Log on to www.betterphotography.in/WPOY or SMS WPOY to 51818. Title partner Canberra, makers of exquisite wedding photo books.
भाई आप खाएं राइस और आपके लिए कोई और करे एक्सरसाइज, नॉट नाइस। पेश है रेडिकल लो फैट बासमती। अब बिना एक्सरसाइज खाओ डेली राइस। रेडिकल राइस फॉर द वाइज।
Lenovo presents India 3.0 IT Innovation Awards, powered by CNBC TV18 and NASCOM. For more information, please email nominate.itinnovation@network18online.com. Log on to www.india3.co.in or nascom.in/IIIA.
Presented by Lenovo for those who do. Powered by NASCOM and CNBC TV18. Co-presented by Intel, sponsors of tomorrow, and Microsoft. Knowledge partner Frost & Sullivan.
Who gets which share of the pie? Indianomics, a value judgment on money. Every weekend on CNBC TV18.
Welcome back. You're watching the JBIMS Mumbai Campus Round of Lime Season 4. Team Entrepreneurs are ready with their solutions to a challenge set by Catalyst for Social Action. Team, you have 3 minutes to present. Your time starts now.
Good evening. Our model for CSA is fourfold. branding and repositioning through a marketing strategy leading to sustainable funding backed by internal competencies. Based on this, let's see how CSA can achieve its goal of holistic childcare for 1 million children. Now, our stakeholder research points out that accountability and regular interactions are key attributes sought by donors, while our perceptual scale highlights that CSA's rehabilitation cause needs to move from low to high awareness. To do so, we propose to brand CSA as an advocacy NGO and collaborate with the government as Millennium Development Goal partners, thus associating with the ICPS by addressing the under 5 mortality rate. Further, the position needs to change from a family for every child to integrated childcare enablers, hereby moving up the value chain from adoption to rehabilitation options and breaking the Maharashtra NGO barrier. Also, for CSA, we propose credibility, collaboration and compassion as the 3 core values along with a broader and holistic vision. Now, based on our segment attractiveness index, the target audience can be segmented domestically and internationally between SEC, HNIs, NRIs and charities. For this TG, we've come up with 3 donor options: resource recyclers who wish to donate only in kind, progress propellers who wish to contribute towards education and nutrition, and the highest level beneficiary builders who wish to contribute towards infrastructure and medical expenses. The 3 can be integrated together via a change catalyst group along with an innovative goal thermometer on the website to prompt action. Now, our marketing campaign for CSA is based on a simple insight that no contribution is small and even one small act can make a lasting impact, basis which we've built the Power of One campaign with a new logo and the central message, One Child, One Action, One Hope. The Power of One campaign is scalable across platforms, asking users to donate 1% of their salary, spend 1 day with a child, or simply just round off your bill by 1 rupee. Of course, the Rounded Off campaign being our big ticket idea, wherein a Big Bazaar tie-up can give us an estimated size of price of 94 lakhs. The campaign rollout will be through point-of-sale branding, testimonial ads via radio and PR, also corporate kiosks to encourage the 1% payroll contribution. For a shoestring budget, we recommend social media via Facebook causes and tweets giving pages. Thus, the campaign would be spread over 3 years with a budget of 14 lakhs and a cost-benefit efficiency achieved of 70%. Moving to foreign donations, there is immense potential with US and Germany alone donating over 4,000 crores in 2011. NRIs can be approached via embassy fundraisers. We could tie up with the organization Grant Makers Without Borders and conduct sensitizing tourism through travel agencies like Cox & Kings.
Now, to achieve 6 crores funding, we suggest a scalable hybrid model, 60% coming from corporates, 30% retail, and 10% events. Within corporates, tier 1 companies which are prominent in a particular state can be approached to become area development partners. For example, we could approach Ranbaxy in MP. This will lend credibility to CSA when it is to enter in a new state. Tier 2 companies can be approached to become 1% payroll partners. Tie-ups with even 5 companies can give us a size of price of almost 2 crores. In terms of fund application, we propose expanding to 7 states instead of 5, covering 50 adoption agencies and 150 orphanages, which is in line with CSA's objectives. For skills enhancement, we propose a donor interface cell to build accountability by maintaining a database. For the Plan Around Child initiative, we suggest a customized child program for children with special needs so that counseling can be provided along with periodic progress reports. For volunteers, our innovative ideas to approach youth bodies like SAIF and Young Indians through the Educate, Communicate, Participate initiative. Lastly, by 2015, through sensitization, CSA needs to enter Bihar and Jharkhand, which are characterized by yatim khanas and anathalais. Thus, through all our initiatives tied around the Power of One campaign, we propose to expand coverage and bring in sustainable funding via a scalable marketing strategy. Thank you.
What I really liked was your round off idea, and I think one of you mentioned that it has big potential. I would have perhaps liked to see a more single-minded focus behind that because it's really powerful. You talked about Big Bazaar. So the couple of questions was, one is how much scale does it really have? Did you work on it?
Sure.
And more importantly, why would a Big Bazaar or anyone else partner with you for this?
To talk about the scale of our idea, here we've considered tie-up with one chain, which is a Big Bazaar. This is obviously scalable. Now, over here, Big Bazaar has 1,500 transactions per day per store, and there are almost 215 stores across the country. So, first we did a research on how many of these consumers or customers would like to donate the 1 rupee. We found that 69% of the people said they would be donating. So, we took a more conservative estimate of just 40% people agreeing to round off their bills. Still, we got a size of price of almost 94 lakhs. So, this is the most conservative estimate with which we are getting 94 lakhs with just one chain tie-up.
Now, why would somebody associate with CSA? First thing we would highlight is that we've been awarded the best NGO in the West Zone region, which would be something that needs to be put forth through our communication through this campaign. And in this Power of One initiative, once our buzz that is created through our social media and through the Power of One rollout, that is fundraisers and the PR initiative, over there we could generate that successful amount of buzz and also have some credibility alliances, because now we have Global Giving, Give India, which are on board. We have ICICI coming on board for Madhya Pradesh. We have other corporates that are coming on board. So that would give us the necessary credibility for a retail store to benefit and make it a part of their 2% CSR, which eventually would come into play through the company side.
Bihar, Jharkhand.
Yes, ma'am.
You've talked of yatim khanas and religious. What kind of research have you done to suggest this?
We realize that Bihar, Jharkhand, the kind of child care that there is very slotted based on the religion that they come from. There are about 5,000 children, we read the statistic, 5,000 children dying every day in these particular states because of simply lack of hygiene and simply lack of critical hygienic issues. So if CSA can address this cause through Anganwadi workers, then self-help groups, opinion leaders, get them together, try and tell them about what our model is, try and tell them that if you know children who are out of this adoption loop, can you get them into rehabilitation, and ours is a model that is willing to encompass them.
This marketing campaign that you've come up with, radio spots, something, who's giving you the money for this? What's the budget for this?
This is more like a phase-wise campaign, ma'am, because we've mentioned 3 phases, emergence, expansion and embedding. At the emergence stage, we've mentioned social media and company tie-ups, which is where we are right now. In radio, we've researched that various RJs like RJ Jituraj, RJ Ninad are already associated with CSA. And
I'm not asking you to explain the activity. Does CSA have the money to do this right now?
We've tried to keep this cost-effective by not going for television or out-of-home, which would be slightly more expensive. And we've mentioned only one week spots on radio, that too in the second phase of expansion.
Can they afford it right now? Phase 1, year 1, can they afford this right now?
Not right now. In year 2 is when they'll be able to afford it, because they'll get some semblance of funding when the initiative is uprolling on social media.
Okay.
So basis the funds that are generated, we'll divert it to radio.
I got it.
Thank you, team entrepreneurs. We'll give the judges a few minutes to decide which team wins and gets to represent JBIMS at the semi-finals. The team stepped out to think about what they could have done better, and the jury got into a lengthy discussion.
We had not anticipated the type of questions that were asked, especially the celebrity endorsement ones.
The toughest part about the Q&A was convincing the judges why would any company or any chain tie up with CSA.
I have the results with me. The winners of the JBIMS Mumbai Campus Round of Lime Season 4 are Team Entrepreneurs. Congratulations, team. Well done. Mrs. Das Gupta, can you share with us the reasons why Team Entrepreneurs won?
When they talked about the power of one, when they talked about specific states that we can move into, when they talked about specific segmentation of the entire donor community, I thought it moved according to a plan. With me, that was the selling point.
With that, we come to the end of this Campus Round of Lime Season 4. We'll see you next week, same time from another campus, so do tune in.
The Power of One campaign, which was our big ticket idea, which was a cracker at this round, has helped us win this competition at the campus round. Also, on our way forward, we would be focusing on simple ideas, but simple and effective ideas like the one which we have presented today, that may help us win future cases.
Presented by Hindustan Unilever Limited.